Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Chimney Sweeps by Microstudy. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have sweepers, so a digit in a circle must be odd, so 1, 3, or 5, and it indicates how many of the up to 9 surrounding cells, including itself, are odd. So if this was, let's pick a nice one, if this was 3, then that would mean of all of these cells, there are 3 odd digits. So you can kind of imagine how that might work out. We know that this one's going to be odd, so there'd just be one more. In all of these digits, there would be one more. It's not going to be these two, which you'll find out in a second why. And similarly, a digit in a square must be even, and it indicates how many of the surrounding cells are even. All possible sweeper clues are given, so there is a negative constraint. We'll see if we need to use it or not. And those are the rules. So if you want to try the puzzle yourself, I highly recommend it. There's a link in the description. And I'm going to get started right now. So I'm definitely going to start coloring. I'm going to use orange for odd and blue for even. And we're going to start with that. So this cell needs to see another. Okay, this cell sees one more even cell. So this is at least 2, but we can't get to 4. Because we only have one odd there. So we can immediately place a 4 here, and we can make this one odd. Sorry, place a 2 here, and we can make this one odd, and this one even, to finish the box up. This one is done. It's a 3. And so this is going to be a 1-5 pair. This is going to be a 4-6 pair. So just looking at this, we have 1, 2, 3 evens, 4 evens accounted for. So if this wanted to be 6, these would both be even. Otherwise, they'd both be odd. So I'm going to use purple to indicate that those two are the same parity. We just don't know which parity. This sees 4 as well. Well, it sees 2 or 4. In fact, it's going to see... This one's going to see all the evens in this box. So it sees 3 from the box, plus this one is 4. That's all it's going to see. So this is going to be 4. This is going to be 6, and then these have to be even to fulfill this 6. Okay. Pretty sure that's how that works. So again, this box will have 3 evens in it. That's 3, and it can only see 1 up here, and that's it. So these 3 are odd. So this is done. This is a 6 and a 2. These are 1, 3, 5. We just know the middle one's not a 3. This odd cell, it's going to be a 1 or a 3, but it can't be a 3, so it must be a 1. So none of these are odd. They're all even. Hold on, is that true? Yeah, we wouldn't be able to see 5. There aren't even 5 digits in its radius, right? So it's not getting to 5. Couldn't be 3 because of Sudoku. So this is 5. This is 3. This is 6, and this is a 2-4 pair. Some good progress so far. So what can we learn about this one? Well, so far it's a 2. Actually, we know that these are going to be even just by roping. These are going to be even, these are going to be odd, because these 3 digits go here. So let's fill 2, 4, 6 here, and 1, 3, 5 here, and let's clean it up. There we go. So that's the 1. That's not a 6. So now this should be easier to think about. It sees 3 already. And it can see up to 2 more, but getting to 5 doesn't help. So it's going to be a 4. One of these will be even. We can finish up those. Okay, this one we can calculate. It's going to be a 3, right? It sees the 3 in this box and then none up here. So that's a 3. These both are even. This is odd. This is going to be an odd and an even. We know what this odd is. That's a 1. This is going to be 2 and 6. All right, and hopefully Sudoku just finishes this for us. So how do we do that? 3 maybe? 3's in one of these 2. This 1, not interesting. We need a 6 down here. We need a 2 down here. We need a 4 down here. Okay, what am I missing about this? All are given. We might have to use that. So how do we want to use the all are given clue? Is there one already that we got to be careful about? We need a 5 over here, but that's not in danger. I'm trying to find one that's actually restricted here. How about this one up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. So this can't be a 5. No, sorry. This does have a circle. Oh my goodness, I've just been ignoring that circle. Okay. That's pretty funny. Does that help? 3 or 5? Well, it's not in danger of being 5. It could be in danger of being 3. Yeah, I'm not sure. If the 3 were here, we'd have to be careful that we'd have an odd over here. But we know there's an odd over here, so that's fine. If the 3 were here, that would be fine as well. Okay, let's put 2s here, 6s here, 4s here. Oh, this is a pair. This is 5 and something. 4 and 5. Is 4 at all in danger of... Not really. This 2 would see 3. If this was a 3, we'd need to have an odd down here. So it couldn't be 2, 6, but we don't want it to be 2, 6 anyway, so that's not a problem. This 5? Is it the 5? We can't have... Oh, maybe it is. If this was a 5, we wouldn't be able to have 2 odds down here. So then if this is a 5, this would have to be a 5 to prevent that. Which is okay. So we'd have 5 here, 5 looking down. So 5 would be here, here, and here. So we'd have 4 and 3, and 6, and 2. Is it this one? This can't, I mean, 5 is perfectly safe here. 3, we have to make sure there a 4, or we'd have to make sure one of the evens appears here. Not sure which one. Well, it can't be 6, so it would be 4 or 2 here. Or rather, they'd both have to be even. So, does that mean this is always 5? This feels like not the way to go, but this is what I'm going to use. There's probably something easier, but... Okay, so let's think about the 2 places 5 can go in this row. If this was a 5, I'm going to write it out just so that it's easier to see. There's not much to write out, but if this was a 5, think about how to avoid it seeing exactly 5 odds. It sees 3 so far, so we need to avoid it seeing 2. The only way to avoid it seeing 2 is to see 1 odd, because we can't see 3 odds, because there's already an odd taken in the row. So we need to avoid seeing 2 odds. So in order to avoid that, this can't be a 5, because if this was 1, 5, there would be 2 odds up here, the 1 and the 5. So this would have to be odd, making it a 5. So if that's a 5, this is a 5. All right, the other option is the 5 is here. Now if the 5 is there, oh no, I saw this wrong. If this is a 5, this would be a 3. It's the same scenario. It forced this to be a 5. Oh no. Okay, so the thing I saw doesn't even work. Whoops. That happens. There's probably something easier, but I'm not seeing it. I'm just gonna literally fill every candidate. So this can be, maybe there's a naked single. This can be 1 or 6 only, because it sees 2, 3, 4, and 5. This can be a 1, 2. It sees 3, 4, and 6. It could be a 5. This sees 1, 2, 3. It could be 4 or 5. It sees 6. This one sees 1, 2. It could be 3, 4, or 5. This one sees 1. It could be 2. Sees 3, 4. It could be 5. And this one sees 1, 2. Could be 3. It sees 4, 5. Could be 6. Okay, no naked singles. Is it this one? If this was a 3, could we avoid seeing 2 odds? Yeah, we could put a 5 over here. 3, 1, 5, 3. Yeah, we could put a 5 over here. I'm not even sure if it doesn't seem like we'd use Sudoku to resolve this. So it must be the negative constraint somewhere. Is it this 4? Yes, it is this. No, the 4 has a square on it. Yeah, the 4 has a square on it. It's not allowed to see an even here. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So this cannot be even, or the 4 would be wrong. There we go. Sorry that took me so long to spot. Happens. All right, cool. So we didn't have to use the negative constraint after all. I thought maybe we would need to. Let's finish the coloring, and there we go. So I'm not going to go through all the negative constraints here. Hopefully it is correct that all of them were given. But yeah, cool. I'm sorry about the ending there, Microstudy. I just wasn't seeing that it was this 4 doing it. But yeah, still a cool puzzle. I enjoyed it up until I got stuck at the end there. Then that was a little harrowing, but it was because I got fixated on the all clues being given, resolving it, rather than using one of the existing clues to resolve it. I have talked to the setters and asked them not to include negative constraints unless they're actually used and necessary, and that should reduce some of that confusion. I do think negative constraints make puzzles harder, not easier, unless the negative constraint does make the puzzle significantly easier or is required to solve. Hopefully we will, once this round of puzzles has gotten through and that feedback has made it through to new setting, we will not be including the negative constraints just because we can. We'll be including them because they're helpful. All right, so there we go. Thank you for the puzzle again, Microstudy. And if you enjoyed this puzzle, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.